So Retonnization here. I didn't make a video last Tuesday because I had a therapy appointment and an endocrinology appointment back to back. So I was relatively tired. So I guess in this video, it's probably going to be a little bit shorter. We're going to talk about ghosts. Ghostilosties. So full disclosure, I don't believe in ghosts anymore. I stopped believing in ghosts when I was 19 or 20. And the reason is because my now ex-friend and I were pretty much like obsessed with trying to find proof of ghosts. And she got a Ouija board. She was definitely moving the planchette. She was putting like handprints on the mirror and messages and stuff, and the stuff always happened wherever she was. Never happened wherever I was. The only thing that ever happened to me was that I was recording a video on my old digital camera, and something goes across the screen, like an orb or something. And the thing is I was in front of a window, but I was in front of a window that had, because it was a trailer, then it had a driveway. The entire driveway was covered with this metal sort of canopy, balcony type thing. Even if a car passed by, there was no way that any light could have, like, done that. So that's the only weird thing that's happened to me. Things that happened to me as a child, I'm pretty sure I could explain. So this ex-friend is actually the reason why I decided to stop lying. So she lied so much that she traumatized me into going, well, I don't like being lied to, so I don't see why I should lie to anybody else because I'm sure they don't like it either. Plus, if you lie, you get caught. It doesn't matter how long it takes. That's one of my biggest fears, is getting caught in a lie. So, how do you avoid that? You don't lie. Anyway, that's not about honesty. It's about ghosts. So I've been watching a lot of ghost videos because they don't bug me. Trying to stay away from the true crime. The true crime stuff bugs me. Makes me paranoid and anxious and sad. But the ghost stuff, I just like looking at the videos and just imagining they're real. Because I don't know how they're faking them. You know, technology has gotten really advanced lately. So I don't know how these videos are faked. I don't know, like, how you would be able to fake them. And I don't know if they're actually fake. That's the thing. When you don't believe in something, you can either say it definitely doesn't exist, or I don't have proof either way. And I really don't think ghosts exist. I think that a lot of this stuff can be explained. And I don't trust people. So I don't trust the people who are posting these videos and saying it's real. You know? Full disclosure, if I ever made a fake ghost video or something like that, I would somewhere, like in the description, disclose that it's fake. You know? I wouldn't try to fool people unless it was like April Fool's, and then later I'd be like, it was a joke, blah, 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 you know. I wanted to do that with a haunted YouTube channel too, like back in the day, like Channel 666 and stuff. I wanted to do that too, with a modern version. Never got around to it, never figured out how I could do it. Somebody in the comments yelled at me and said, well, you said that you wouldn't fake anything and that you wouldn't do it. And I'm like, do you listen to words? Because I said that I would say that it was fake and it was for fun, and I would probably have a video showing how I did it. some people just don't listen, and it's weird. So, how do they fake these videos? Some of them can be very obvious. And I've been watching his channel, Nuke's Top 5, and he's really, really funny. He'll put in like videos of people getting scared by normal things, like a leaf falling on somebody while they're ghost hunting. And he will post, like, at the end, creepy videos that look creepy but are pretty obvious. And they still look cool, you know. I like supernatural horror movies more than I like slasher horror movies. I just like the creepy imagery. And I don't know why. It did used to bother me a little bit. I used to have nightmares of ghosts and stuff and with scary faces. But nowadays, if I have a nightmare where there's a ghost, there's one ghost I'm a friend with. Other times, they look creepy, but I'll, like, charge toward them to overcome my fear. Like, if I have the ring ghost coming toward me, I'll be like, "Rah!" And I'll go up to her and, like, usually the dream changes. I don't usually die. Sometimes I'm pulled out of my bed in my dream by a ghost. Sometimes I'm solving a murder mystery, you know. Sometimes I'm in this haunted mansion where there's 3 stories, and on the first floor, there are mild, not very many ghosts, good-tempered, aware of things. On the second level, you have a bigger number of ghosts, and they are a little more, energetic. I wouldn't say aggressive, but they're a little more energetic, and a little scarier, even if they don't mean to be. And then on the third floor, it's like it's like a crowded ballroom. It's full of ghosts that emit really high frequency energy to the point where you start feeling dizzy and things go like this, and it's like they don't mean to, and they're really scary, but they just don't mean to. So those are my ghost dreams now, especially since my PTSD dreams are called night terrors, and I have more night terrors than I have nightmares. I can handle the nightmares now. I'm fine. Nightmare me up, baby. But the night terrors are what get me. I am taking medication for nightmares. It doesn't always work, but has helped quite a bit. I didn't even know they had medication for nightmares or night terrors. I know I say a lot. I hate it. I always say So, I would like to someday, and I told Michael this, I said, someday a great birthday present would be if we could spend the night at a famously, notoriously well-known haunted, like, hotel or someplace. Because I want to know. And I kind of want ghosts to be real. Like, it's not a I'm afraid of what happens to us after we die thing. I don't care what happens after we die. If we just go in the ground and we go in the ground, then that's fine. But I want ghosts to be real because I want to communicate with them. Because everything that I see in these videos are people screaming and yelling at these ghosts. Especially the Chinese ones. Because apparently, now, don't quote me, this is what I heard, I don't know if this is true, but if you curse at ghosts, like say, fuck you or whatever, it makes them go away. So, in these Chinese ghost hunting videos, they come across something, they're like, oh, fuck your mother, and it's hilarious, but I feel like, you know, how do we know that ghosts are bad? It's the same as how do we know aliens are bad? How do we know that if aliens come to Earth, we should shoot them right away because they're going to take over the Earth? What if they what if they're completely passive and they're all like, hey, how's it going? We want to be, partners in trade and stuff, and we got all these resources, and why are you holding that gun to my face? So, what if ghosts are they're just people? What if the reason why there's ghost activity, okay, let's pretend I believe in ghosts. How do we know that ghost activity isn't them just trying to get our attention? Because if you die and you're suddenly a ghost and you go up to your mom or something and you're like, hey mom, how's it going? Mom, why are you ignoring me? Hello, Mom! And she can't see you. So, oh my god, I'm dead. What do? I flip over a bunch of chairs. Notice me! Notice me! I throw, silverware and shit, and I'm like, notice me! What if that's it? What if that's what ghosts are doing? And, they're thrilled whenever somebody says, if you're here, do this, or make a sound or something. And what if they get upset when you're yelling and screaming at them, so they, do the things that they can in order to try to make you stop, and that's literally attacking you, and not attacking. I don't think there are ghosts that attack to the point of actual bodily harm. I don't know. But I just feel like if I were dead, that's what I would do to try and get somebody's attention, to let them know that I'm still here. And I feel like being a ghost must be really lonely. So if I went to a haunted hotel or something, I'd probably sit down and be like, okay, here's the deal. I don't believe in ghosts, but I want to believe in ghosts. So if you're here, let me know, and we can talk. And that would be really cool. And you won't be lonely. And I'll be super nice. And I'll try not to be scared. And let's just have a chat. Something like that. And, I forgot what I was gonna say. I remember. I laugh and smile when I'm scared. If something jump scares me, I will laugh and smile. In the past, when I've had what I thought were ghost encounters, I would laugh and smile. There was this one time where my friends and I were using this very old camcorder that used full-sized VHS tapes. If there are any kids watching this, you have no idea what a VHS tape is. Oh, God, I'm old. So it was a big, hefty thing. And I was watching back in the viewfinder with headphones on while my two friends were talking. And during what we shot, I heard a low male voice go, "Hey!" And it freaked me out, and I squealed, and I started laughing and smiling, and I'm like, you guys gotta see this. And so I had them listen to it, and they were freaked out too, but it's not just scary, jump out at you things, but if I'm severely afraid of heights. So one time I was on this, I tried to be brave, and I went on this ride with my friend, and it was really high up, and she was screaming, get us down, get us down. And I laughed, but then I went silent and stunned. So that was one time where I just deer in headlights kind of thing, but I was a kid. So, but usually if something scares me, I will smile and laugh, and it's weird. It's a weird reaction, and I think it's because part of me is there it is. There's the proof, and then I can sometimes freak myself out if I stare at an area, say the door of my bathroom and it's open. if I imagine a scary, like, Ring or The Grudge, you know, typical Japanese female ghost, if I see, like, if I imagine her poking her head around the door, I can freak myself out enough to the point where I think it's going to happen, but I can easily calm myself back down because I know that it's not going to happen, if that makes sense. So, like, if I do that on accident and it's nighttime and, like, I have the drapes open or something and it's dark, and I'll look at the dark window and I'll imagine, like, a face coming up, I have to look away and go, that's not how that works. That's not gonna happen, you know. So, I don't know. I wrote a story once called My Best Friend is a Ghost, and I don't know, I just think it would be really cool to be friends with a ghost. And I don't think this apartment is haunted. I haven't experienced anything in the 6 years that I've been here. You know, obviously if something falls, I'm like, ghost! And, like, I pretend that there's a ghost named Zoe in my closet because it's always colder in there. That's all, like, just to entertain myself kind of thing. You know, when things fall, it's obviously because of, you know, physics. So, or, you know, I have a cat, so maybe she bumped against something that went slowly. Have you ever seen something just fall so slowly that it was like, thump? That's kind of what things do, but I've never, like, heard a voice or seen anything weird. But I mean, I've never tried a Ouija board in here. I've never set up a static camera to see if I could catch anything. I just feel like it would be a waste of time. You know, if I'm going to try and do that, I want to do it at a place where most people, you know, where a lot of people have experienced something, so that if ghosts are real, I have a better chance of getting proof of it. Otherwise, setting up a static camera is a waste of time because ghosts don't exist. I don't believe in demons either, so, you know, but I don't believe in heaven or hell. I don't believe in supernatural things. I'm entertained by them, and I'm fascinated by them. But I don't believe in them. I believe in aliens. I don't really count them as supernatural because if they exist in nature, so they're natural. They're just not on our planet or whatever. I don't know. And then people could be like, Ray Tana, how do you explain all the old photos and old video of things when we didn't have technology to edit and then stuff? Well, even back then, photos and video could be faked. I know there's a lot of famous ghost photos that have been, you know, looked over by professionals and stuff and said, you know, this hasn't been tampered with. I can't give you an explanation. I'm not a professional. I just cannot give you an explanation for any of the proof that we have. That's why I want to see it for myself. And if I see it for myself, then I will believe. I have dreams where I see, like, a ghost cat or something, and I go, oh, proof, oh my god, ghosts exist, ah! You know, I get all excited and stuff, because I want there to be more to this world than what we think, you know? If I saw a unicorn mermaid, I would be thrilled. Or a unicorn or a mermaid, you know, either or, but put together, just even better. You know, if I saw, like, a gnome or something, if I saw a UFO, if I saw something, experienced a glitch in the Matrix type thing. There was one thing that happened to me here that was really weird, and I think I wrote about it in r/glitch in the Matrix, just because I wasn't sure where else to put it. And people suggested it was Why can't I think of the name of the gas? Carbon monoxide poisoning. People suggested it was that, but it wasn't. We didn't have any carbon monoxide leaks or anything. And I believe our smoke detector has a carbon monoxide detector in it. I think most smoke detectors nowadays have those. But I just felt really weird. I smelled something strange and chemical, but it wasn't anything that I recognized. And I felt, oh God, I wish I could pull up the post, but I'm on my phone right now. I almost felt like I wasn't here. Like, I felt like I wasn't on this side of reality. Like, I was flipping in and out of a different reality. That's the best way I can explain it. And, you know, I do believe in alternate universes. I don't believe that that's what was happening to me, but that's what it felt like. I felt just really confused, and it was really bizarre. It happened so long ago that it's really hard to recall exactly what I felt and explain it to you. But it was extremely bizarre. Mike didn't smell anything. I woke up in the middle of the night smelling stuff, and it just felt like I was existing somewhere else. I don't know if just something happened to my body, or, you know, I wasn't on any weird medication. I was taking the same medication that I, you know, was always taking. You know, I've never, I'm not, I don't hallucinate. I do not, my type of bipolar doesn't come with hallucinations. I believe that's bipolar type 3. I've never heard voices. You know, I've never experienced something that's not there. So, it wasn't like psychosis. And I've experienced forms of psychosis before, being off my medication for a long time. And during those periods, I didn't remember anything that happened. I had to have somebody else who experienced it, who watched me, tell me what happened. So, and some of the things that were explained to me were really, really terrifying. And I'm like, I can't be off my meds. So, I don't know. It's really weird. Erin, my mother, in case you guys are new viewers and don't know who Erin is, she is my mother. She abused me. I disowned her. That's the long story short, extremely long story. But she would claim that she experienced paranormal things. Like when we lived in Wallace, she said a chair moved by itself all the way across the kitchen. I didn't experience that. So, and I'm going to make a video about her another time, explaining how I found out she wasn't schizophrenic. So all of the hallucinations she experienced in my preteen years were drug-induced. The thing is when she was telling me about this chair, I don't think she was on drugs that could cause hallucinations. So, then again, it's not like I asked, Mommy, are you on drugs? So, you know, I was like, 9? Maybe younger. So, yeah, I just, you know, if you guys have had absolutely legit, cannot explain experiences that you believe are ghosts, then that's cool. But if you haven't, don't lie about it, please. Please do not lie about it. That's the thing, is I wish I could control people's honesty and make it so nobody ever lied about experiencing these things, because then we would know. But we don't know, because there are so many deceptive people. So don't tell lies. You know, you can get attention in positive ways by doing something good, you know, working hard and accomplishing something. You don't have to lie and tell, you know, these outlandish stories to get attention. Just don't do it. And if I ever do experience something, I will tell you guys. I still can't explain that light that went across my screen when I was 19. Cannot explain that. Do I think it's ghosts? I don't know, because I just can't explain it. So, can't explain, you know, the logical reasons behind a lot of the photographs we have and the videos that we have. No, I cannot. Do I enjoy the content? I do. I do enjoy it. And, because I just like fantasy, and I like imagining things, and I like creepy imagery for some reason. And that's my thought about ghosts. So, if you like my content, please subscribe. Join to be a member, because at some point I am going to start doing member exclusive things and early access things. I'm still afraid of the computer. And that's complicating things. So, you know, join to be a member at some point. Muffins is member exclusive right now, so if you want to listen to Muffins, you can listen to Muffins if you're a member. And yeah, subscribe. And I'll try to see you next Tuesday. Again, not making any promises. I will try. See you later.